Hi guys, so for today's tutorial I will be using the website tinkercad.com. As you can see in my browser window, it's Tinkercad. So it's sort of a website which is used for designing like basic shapes and a lot of daily objects. Actually, you can do anything on Tinkercad that you can visualize, right? And it is also used for creating digital circuits, but for year 8 we are going to be using the design option of the Tinkercad website. Okay, so the interface is pretty simple, as you can see. So this is my work plane where I will be designing a few objects, and you can see on the right hand side there are some basic shapes which are given. There are some more objects also given over here, more shapes are also given which you can use, but basically anything that you create over here on the work plane is going to be a combination of these geometrical shapes. Okay, and here there is a little cube, and you can like move it around to see which side of the object you want to see. And I think the top view really helps when you are trying to cut things or making hollow shapes or something. But yeah, we'll cover all of that. Okay. So for today's lesson, I think what we can do is that I can help you to design sort of a tea cup, a cup for, drinking tea, or you can even take coffee mug or any other object, simple object that you can think of. So what I'm going to do for this is this object, which is paraboloid. I'm just going to take this. Okay, it's pretty small right now for a teacup. Okay, I can even change the color if you want from here. Could be some color, any color you can choose, whichever you want. Okay, sizes can be increased or decreased from here. So this is showing you the diameter of this, and for a teacup I feel let's make it 60 mm, 60 millimeter both sides. Okay, and here I can even increase the height of it. Okay, and of course it's upside down and I need to fix that. So I am just going to click on this angle, go to 0, right, and let it take a 180-degree turn so that it actually comes in shape at least of a teacup. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is, since as you can see this is not going to be a stable cup and we need a flat base for a cup, right? So I will try and find out some way in which I can cut some little portion of it here. Okay, so for that what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one cylindrical shape, okay, here somewhere, right, and I am going to just try and, of course this is quite small, so I'll make it a little bigger. So if it's 20, let me make it actually 60, or let me even, yeah, 60 should be okay. And here also 60. Let me see, I'll adjust the sizes if it's too big. Okay, so what I'm trying to do over here is I am just trying to get this shape and let it cut through. Okay, and the height seems to be quite a lot, so I'm going to just bring it here to have a flat base. You can clearly see how much of the teacup it is covering and how much it is going down. And over here it's also good to see a top view so that you're able to see, top view might not really help in this case actually, because the diameter of the teacup is more than the cylinder, but I'll try and adjust the size as much as I can. Okay, yeah, I think looks okay, sort of in the middle, the way I wanted it to happen. Okay, now what I'm going to do with the cylinder selected, as you can see, okay, the cylinder is selected here, so I am going to click on this hole. Okay, basically what I want to do is like cut through it, right? So when I click on hole, that becomes hollow. Okay, so it's sort of like cut the thing, but both of these are actually two different shapes right now, so you can't really see the cut over here. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select these two together. Okay, and I am actually going to use this option, which is group, so that both these objects become like one single object. Okay, so the moment I do it, you will see that, you know, this is how it has become. The way I wanted it to have it, to make it have a sort of a flat base, and I can keep it properly on the table. Okay. Now the other thing that I want, of course, for a teacup needs to be hollow from inside. It can't have a solid, material in the middle. I mean, then it's definitely not a teacup. So it needs to be hollow so that I can pour some liquid inside it. Okay, so for this purpose, I'm actually going to take the same shape which I used in the first place. Okay, and I will get it here. Okay, I'm again definitely going to turn it into the 180-degree angle so that it comes in the shape of a cup. Okay, and what I'm going to do here is this one, if you see, it was 60 mm. Okay, so for this to go inside of the cup and cut through, I am actually going to make it something like 55. You can always adjust the sizes if you feel things are not really working well. Okay, so for now this seems to be okay, and what I'm going to do is try and, you know, just bring it on top, right? And because I want to place it on the top of my actual teacup. Okay, so I'm going to just bring it here. Let me see the top view and how it looks. Not really good. So I need to place it here. And let me see if this is, yeah, it's kind of on top, covering it. Okay, so now I'm just going to, I think at this moment I also need to make the size a little lesser, because otherwise the boundary of the cup is going to be too thin. So I think 50 should be okay. And now I'm just trying to use this little triangle, red triangle on top, and to bring the cup down. Okay, yeah, but not really right. So here, okay, and I think the boundary is quite thick right now, so I can always change the size of it from 50 to my original size which I had chosen. I think 55 should be good. Okay, so that the boundary is not too thick or not too thin, just about right. Okay, so yeah, from the top it looks okay to me, but I need to check the, yeah, and this much, you know, it's covering this much area, right? So which clearly means I need to increase the size of it. Okay, and then I'm going to bring it, oops. Okay, so anything that you do wrong with it, if you end up pressing some wrong button, just press Ctrl Z, it will go back to your original design. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I think I should increase the height a little more, but that is actually not going to really work because the boundary is going to be an issue. But anyway, what I'm going to do now, if you see, it's covering till here. Okay, but I want to cut through at least till here, because till the base of it, the cup should be hollow inside. So I'm going to bring it down, down, down. I think till here should be okay. And let me increase the size, the height a little more, and then use this to bring it a little more down. I think this is pretty good size. Let me see from top, looks fine. Okay, so now let me use the whole option to create this as a hollow cup, right? So I've made it hollow, but what I need to do now is get rid of this hollow boundary that you can see on top, which is, you know, visible from the top portion. So I'm just going to select the entire shape, which will select the outside cup as well as the hollow shape inside, and then I'm going to use the group option to get rid of that. And what I'm going to get is sort of a hollow cup from inside, because I've been able to cut. Okay, now another thing that I want for this teacup is sort of a handle. Okay, now you can actually use these kind of shapes also, right? If it's a coffee mug, I think I would say torus or tube would be a better option, but I don't think I'll be able to fit these onto this kind of a cup, which is not like a coffee mug, which is not a cylindrical shape. So I am going to use another option. I will try and create the handle from this heart. Okay, you can use anything actually. This is just, while I'm making a video, I'm also trying a few things. Okay, so now what I want to do first of all is, of course, make it stand up. So 90-degree, and no, that's not right. Not right. So which means I am pressing something wrong, because I need to be able to, so from here, I guess, right? This is the 90-degree which I want, so that it stands up. Oh, it stood up, but it's upside down. So 180 should be okay. That's right. So this is how the heart should be, right? Now what I want to do is, I just want to sort of transform this heart into a handle. Okay, so what I should do is something like maybe box. Okay, I'll bring a box here. You see the sizes. Okay, let me first of all bring the box here, just right next to the heart. Okay, and I'm going to also increase the size of the box. Okay, because I want to cut it, and this heart also needs to go a bit up, and then I am just going to bring this here, but is it cutting right through? Exactly, this is how I wanted it. Okay, so you can actually cut it through any shape that you feel like. I've used a box because I wanted to cut this in the middle. So I am going to again press hold. Okay, and then pressing a shift key, I'll also select the heart so that both the shapes are selected, and I'm going to group these two. Okay, so that what I get is a half heart. Okay, this is what I get, right? But another thing that I want to also do is sort of, cut the inside of this heart a little bit more so that I get sort of a handle. Okay, again, I mean, this is just, oops, what happened? Okay, this is just my idea, and you can use any shape to cut through any of the shapes. Okay, that's your creativity. So I'm going to just bring another heart here and do the similar stuff with it. So I am going to 90-degree so that it stands up. Okay, and here I am actually going to decrease the size of it a bit, like the height needs to go down. Okay, and I'll try and superimpose this heart onto the previous one. Let me see how this is happening. Not really. Okay, yeah, I think they are. No, not really. Let me do it from this side, should be better. Okay, like that, and I am actually going to increase the size a bit, so let me make it 20 here. Okay, so that I can clearly see things. Okay, yeah, like that. Okay, and from here I am going to bring it a little here, and I also need to increase the size of this, the height basically, and try and bring it here. Height is too much, let me bring it down. Okay, looks like an okay sort of a cut, but not perfect. Just okay, but not really perfect. It's okay. So here Yeah, it's a bit thicker, so I'll just bring it a little more inside, right? And just have to sort of adjust things the way you want. Okay. Yeah, okay. And then I'm going to cut through this, and I am going to select the outside heart also using the shift key so that both are selected, or you can actually just oops. Yeah, so a hole, and then you select both of them and you group them. Okay, so what you're going to get is something like this. Looks like a handle, not very perfect, but not that bad. Okay, so I'm going to select this, and of course that I will have to change the angle of it somehow. Okay, because it needs to touch this, even the height and all of that needs to be adjusted. So first of all, let me just try and bring the into the good size, and let me then maybe a 10-degree or a 20-degree right turn would try and give it a good shape. Okay, and then just trying to just trying to fit it there. Okay. Maybe I should do it from the top side. That would be better. No, I think from this angle looks better. Okay. Yeah. So try to just fit this. And then of course I need to bring it something like that. I think it should be here and outside, something like that, and it shouldn't even go inside the cup. It should not be visible from inside the cup. Okay, so it looks like an okay sort of a job, not really perfect, but looks like a teacup. Yeah, which I wanted to achieve. Right, so guys, from this tutorial you should be able to use basic shapes, and you should know how do you basically combine two shapes and use the whole option to create hollow objects, right? So you can use any of this and try and make a shape for yourself. So that's for today's tutorial. Thank you so much.